In this episode of Rehashed, more brides need to use the toilet, but are then never to be seen again.
Gia, what the
Can you demic me, please? Unclip this.
This is just another bin fire of a commitment ceremony. Come with me and see why Australian reality TV is the most unhinged in the land.
You want the trash, I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. Sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, and this is Rehashed, and trash, mess, and drama is my religion. It is almost time for you and I to get into the fifth commit me. Oh, I can't wait to sit on the couch with you. But before that, let's do a love lab rat whip around. Got to say that slower because it's very hard to say. There are some kisses. Oh, there are so many kisses, actually. And then there's this relationship, which celebrates a kiss as if it's some sort of completion of page 7 of the Kama Sutra.
Oh.
Boy, I think that I'm in love with you. I've been doing silly things when it comes to you. I'm in love. Beck and Danny are just off doing the most extremely subtle product placement for some white powder, but this white powder you actually drink. And Danaconda has also given her some coupons which she can use to claim services from him, okay, like a date night. They don't show the others. I would actually like to see if the trouser snake services are offered as a part of the, coupon sitch. In the gays apartment, Cowboy Chris is sharing that he is proud of Juliet for not losing her shit at the din-dins because he would have to step in at this point if she did. Hey, Cowboy Chris, it's a little bit late. We actually needed you to pipe up at the retreat. Sam, the other gay one who likes to cycle from Adelaide, clearly isn't on board, saying Deluju still has too many buts and rebuttals for him.
For me, I'm proud of her. She's my friend.
Yeah, you can be.
I'm proud of her.
You're allowed to be proud of her.
Yeah.
Wait, Chris, you're so proud that she didn't act like a complete she-demon for one time? One time? I guess your proud bar is very, very low. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a high standard. Sam says he's just going to keep her at arm's length, and Chris seems to be very put out by that. It does get a tad awkward, and they just sit there quietly. Either that or it's great editing. I don't know about you, sweet baby angel, but I do see some trouble in a hickey-covered paradise. Over with Juliet and her Jolnio, we're hearing from her that she is an empath, and this is another reason why she reacted like this for Rachel. She felt Rachel's feelings at full force. Juliet says that she has been the rock for so many this week, and when she needed them, they did not have her back.
I'm here to be a rock and an empath to people.
Deluju is ride or die for her friends. That's what she says. She doesn't call herself Deluju, although she should now. And I mean, sure, support your friends, but when they step out, you can still say something. Like, that's why they're your friends, because you can say, like all of my friends do all the time, hey, that was too far. Hey, you are being too loud here. Hey, shut up. Friends can do that. And really, do we have the time to delve right into the comment, I'm an empath? I know. Why is it always the people who say that they're empaths on reality shows are actually just shitty humans? Is that what being an empath is? It's like when someone says, no, I'm just really direct. Oh, no, I'm pretty direct. I think you're just an asshole. And then Married at First Sight Australia goes, like they're flogging the horse. They've got camera shots like traveling down the hallway from Gia's room to where's the text gonna land, and they're playing Ave Maria. All these text messages, because all of them have been leaked. I don't know about you, sweet baby angel, but I don't give two shits anymore about these receipts. Gia has forwarded them, Ave Maria, to Juliet. What? Because clearly G-Banger doesn't want to do her own dirty work. Juliet has printed them out and apparently going to bring them to the commit me. Imagine going to Officeworks to pop these on A4s. Only to be an Officeworks staff member that day, just going, I guess her friendship group is going through a time. Gia, you're so gutless. What's the bet that she just leaves Deluju out to dry if she brings them up? Oh, and with that, it must be time because I spy a sliding bar door and a warehouse of doom. Also, 2 shillings and a very severe shoulder pad, so it must be time for you and I to get committed. The first couple on the couch for their commit me time is, the Veneer twins. Oh, here they are. And Scott calls the retreat chill. How stressful is your life, Scotty? Like, if you think that the retreat was chill, What's a stressful time for you? Gia carries on with how they need to block out all the group drama. And when they do happen to do that, their relationship's actually great, which is laughable because so much of this drama this season wouldn't exist without you being the drama, Gia. Danaconda comments from the couch that Scott isn't a gentleman for not getting up and saying hi at the pre-dinner drinks. Listen here, Danny. Shush, shush, shush. You are far from a fucking gentleman, so stop, being the gentleman police. There is some yelling back and forth from the audience to the couch. Obviously, these two couples who really want to win MAFS need to bring each other down. And then G-Banger says,
I didn't come here for high school shit.
You sure? I think you did, babes. Babes, I think you did. I think that's all you know how to do is live in the quadrangle and pick on other people. There is also something so telling on the couch when John is asking questions. Scotty goes to say something and then Gia keeps talking over him about how she's never had a man back her up until now. And then he kind of just stops dead in his tracks. He just stops for a long time and I think, what were you going to say? I guess you've reconsidered because she gave you a clear signal to back her at all costs. Apparently they've been looking at real estate to a bigger house and moving quotes, and this is wild. But after they got matching tattoos, what more could we expect from this couple? It is a double stay, and one of the stays says Gold Coast on it. Oh, you! Goldie for life. Their arch nemesis, Baggage Danaconda, are up next on the Commit Me couch, and she gives another apology to Raha and Float Your Boat for the old FB toast, Pew pew. Beck then says that she's now had a taste of her own medicine because she was shut out and she knows how it feels when she's done that to people previously in this season. The look on Danny's face as he disassociates again. When Beck's talking, I have to rewind a lot because the whole time I'm just watching him completely mentally separate from the situation. At this time, Beck is talking about how she's scared that Danny's feelings for her are not as strong as she has for him. And then they put him on the spot. And it goes as well as you could think.
What's the question?
Not even paying attention. Let me just surmise the question for you, Danny, because you weren't paying attention. Do you want to be with Beck or what? And his answer is far from direct. And then Beck says she's in love with him. Oh, and the twitches on G-Banger's face, they are popping off. See, this stage, it almost feels cruel to Beck to just let this keep happening. But I guess this is what happens in real life. Guys that aren't really that interested, they don't have any better options around. So even though we all know that Danny loves Gia, just ask Gia. But they just keep these girls on the hook for far too long. And then they catch feelings and then it's really awkward. Danny looks panicked when she says it. And Danny doesn't feel scared. That's what he says. He doesn't feel scared from her saying that, but I do not believe it for 1 second. It's not that Danny isn't just at the love stage. It's that he knows in his mind he's never going to get there. He knows that. We can see it. Then she says, please don't run away from me as she says stay. I don't, but I almost feel sorry for her. It's a double stay, but imagine if he put leave. I mean, that would have been gobsmacking TV. See, producers, you don't need to manufacture the drama. You could have just told Danny to tell the truth. Just get him to tell the truth. Next on the Commit Me couch is Raha and Float Your Boat. And Steve-O shares about their passionate moment. Also, Rampola, the expert, seems to want far too many details. How passionate was it? Come on, expert. You've heard all about the finger bang drama. Don't ask them to share it again. Their mistake was sharing it the first time with the group. They go over the whole retreat debacle and again, snooze, because we've all heard it. But then the audience pipes up, which gets my attention again. Juliet says that she didn't want there to be drama. Wait, let me get through it. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Juliet says she didn't want there to be drama. She was trying to avoid it. Okay. Yep. Yes. We fully believe that. Yeah. And she also makes the accusation that Beck said way more stuff, and when she did, she covered her microphone just to say these little things. Beck obviously denies that. Back to their actual couple issues with Raha and Float Your Boat, he says the intimacy is just not there. But then he talks it up that it's oh, no, but it's still good. And I really wonder at this stage what it was like with him in other situationships or relationships. He might just not be a sexual person, but it also just seems to me that he's not completely invested. There is always one foot off the boat. Anyway, it is a double stay. Side note, this Rampola outfit looks like an out-of-control dinner napkin that's trying to strangle her at a fancy restaurant. That's all I have to say about that. The cowboy and spin cycle Sam are on the couch talking about breaking the friend zone barrier. Remember, he had the hickey. Sam even says to Chris that he looks at him as his boyfriend. I'm like, wait, aren't you guys married? And then that's kind of it. Even though we know that there's some tension in this relationship, they are talking about the future, and I still don't fully buy it. Either way, it's a double stay. Booty and the big fish are next, and it sounds like Alyssa has been trying to test David, trying to shake him off. They're the exact words she used. But he keeps coming on back. The big fish doesn't like it, but he says, I can handle it. His calmness is clearly off-putting for her TikTok brain, but still, David is drawn to Alyssa because he says he knows that he's good for her. Yeah, but just like your friend said, is she good for you? I don't know. Again, this is when the show focuses too much on the manufactured drama bullshit and less on the actual relationships. We can't judge the relationships for shit.
I'm falling for it.
Whoa, okay, big catch, big fish has been caught, and this one isn't being thrown back by the booty just yet. It is a double stay. Phillip hit the couch, and even before sitting down, Stella grabs some tissues before butt hits material, which says, okay, I'm nervous because I've seen the promo and it feels like there's trouble in paradise, and this is the only one that I believe in right now. Stella is still shook after Phillip confessed his love for her, and it sounds like Stella hasn't said, I love you straight out. She's just danced around it. She's really struggling letting him in fully because she finds it hard to trust, and how can you blame her when modern dating is so fucked? But apparently it comes down to distance. Something that ruins more couples than the honeymoon box on this show. How can they be together if both of them don't want to move? So Phillip apparently needs to move to Sydney or they're donezo. What have we missed? Has she been saying this from the start? You need to put it in the edit.
I cannot fluff a man that's going to leave with me.
So even though she clearly feels love and is in love with this guy, she refuses to let it be real until he bends fully. Phillip says that there's just too much pressure for her to give in to the conditions that she sets of the relationship. He must move to Sydney and commit to that before she's going to say anything like the L word. He also then confesses that she talks to him in a certain way to kind of knock him down a couple of pegs, questioning his masculinity because he doesn't want to go out after a massive week. Guys, I don't like to go out that much either. Does that mean I'm feminine?
Yeah, that's very feminine, what you're saying.
Oh my goodness, is she the female Tyson? Have we missed something this whole time? She goes on that the mask thing to do would be just to do what she wants, even though he's tired and doesn't want to do it, which I love that. I love how toxic that is. Apparently, she's kind of picking on him as a defense mechanism. It is good that Stella can see that this is toxic behavior and she shouldn't act this way for whatever reason. Even if it's insecurity driving, it's still not great, Stell. Also, apparently there's no physical intimacy either. Phillip has turned that tap off when she was just not being nice to him. Who is this Stella? We need to see more. I don't want any more golden edits for people. I want to see the bad and good in everyone. So maybe we do less couples, less episodes, and maybe I can follow it full on next year. But we can't do 40 episodes and still not fucking know things. You know what you should do? Not have so many flashbacks.
I'm not on any birth control, and he's terrified for an accident to happen.
Oh, Lordy, we're really getting into it tonight, aren't we? They've buried so much of the storyline, and now we get hit with it all at once. Also notice Phil's face when Stella says this. Can you blame me for being scared of making a MAFS baby on this show? Stella doesn't want to take the pill, which is her right. And of course, who wants to take more drugs? There's a joke here, but I'll let it go. But then she suggests to him that he should get the snip if he's scared. He should go and get if he's scared of making a baby. But girl, we have condoms. I know Tim Tam's unavailable worldwide, but I'm pretty sure condoms exist in Lithuania, right? Turns out she does know what condoms are, because who wouldn't? And she just doesn't like them. I don't know what to tell you. You've been given options. None of them are perfect, but I think let's go with the one that's not surgical. She says, oh, it's reversible, and sure, but there's a 10% chance that it doesn't reverse. Also, it's surgery. And you need to be like pretty sure. Like we laugh at the Veneer twins for their matching tattoos, but a mid-MAFS season snip, that is insanity. Phil also goes on to say that he's been thrown through the mental ringer and has been taken for granted. You do better at the editing. This all just hasn't happened in a week. No, I don't know if it's like Stella testing him or playing games to see if he runs, you know, the sabotage behavior, because I don't get the vibes that she's a shit human, but we never can tell. After she's been doing it, Stella has been regretting her behavior, you know, pushing him away and such. So again, it's good that she can see it. But now I'm like, what is there? It's zero hope. Is there zero hope in this show? With that, it is a double stay. And if the show was more like this, I would be much more invested. When they sit down back in the audience couch, they are still very supportive of each other. And you could see on the couch the whole time that they were keeping each other close. So, guys, I've got faith. I've got faith that we could still see a win here. Jolneo and Juliet are on the Commit Me couch, and the experts are shocked with the turnaround from LEAVE to whatever is being displayed in front of us now. It almost sounds like they are not buying it, the experts. What? How dare you? These two are the strongest couple here. Apparently their connection is all thanks to a Palmer and a pub crawl, and then some pashing. Apparently, after that, it was all back on. Juliet does have an issue, though, because Joel hasn't been standing up for her the way that Danny and Scott do for their TV brides. She thinks that he should have stepped in, and he thinks that she didn't need his help. No, she can dig those holes all by herself. Joel says because people weren't attacking you at the dinner party, so why would you need me? The experts are questioning Deluju on the language she used at the retreat towards Beck.
Honestly, I've seen Beck say much, much worse.
Yeah. And that's a really great comeback. Well, Beck did it too. And Beck did it worse. It just doesn't excuse your behavior. She says because Beck has done worse, I feel comfortable speaking like that to her. But you blow up at everyone, Juliet. Shut up. She calls out Beck for all of her shit, and Beck bites back from the nosebleeds. And Juliet tells her to be careful because she has seen screenshots of what Beck has been saying behind people's back. What? Are there receipts? This is the first time hearing about it. When she repeats what's in the screenshots, it's all beeped out, and Gia's face is everything. She is like, perfect. My plan has worked. Perfect. My minion has done her duty and brought up all the stuff I'm too gutless to. We've seen the screenshots, by the way, and they are just as messed up for Gia's side. I'll put them on the screen so you can maybe pause it here if you want to have a click. If you haven't seen them, you can just like Google MAFS Gia screenshots or receipts. It'll come up. Beck's argument is also empty. What have I done to you, Juliet? Well, you've shit-canned Juliet as well, Beck. So you can't be shocked that she wants to come for you as well.
She has sent them to me.
Oh no, oh, the puppet master has been outed. And then Gia and Juliet bicker over what was actually said because again, we can't trust how Juliet hears things because it's never exactly how it was said. Let's just wind back to the whole I am the star of the show issue. Are you also obsessed that G-Banger was outed for her plan to manipulate? Juliet's whole argument is, well, Beck is bad, so I can be bad. And it's hilarious. Like, I get it. It sucks when someone like Beck can be a two-faced flog, but you just got to let them dig their own hole and hope that one day they just expose themselves for being despicable, which they will.
I don't think this experiment is for me. I don't.
Oh, and she walks out. Oh, we got another runner. Or maybe she's just going to see what Brooke is still doing in the bathroom. Gee, she's been in there a while. What does she mean with the whole I'm covering up so much? I'm actually very curious about that. Or is she just saying shit as she leaves and hoping something sticks? Her Jolmeo goes to her and she tells him to fuck off and calls him a dog and a pig. She also goes on and says there was gaslighting. Apparently, Joel has pushed her right under the bus. And did we miss something? I missed the push. I didn't see him push her under the bus. What's been removed here? Show me the secret hard drives, Endemolshine. G-Banger, ever the most calculated one. She says, should I go and speak to her? And then Scott informs Gia, I think she's off you. Firstly, she's gone, mate. Secondly, why would she want to hear from you when you set her up and then you leave her out there to dry again? More fool Juliet because you have done this to her before. Alyssa is obviously upset that Beck said those things about her. And Gia says, oh my God, the walls are banging, guys. Did you hear that? They're obviously on Team Juliet and they're upset about all the things I'm saying about her. And Gia says, we should all move on. Gia also says that she feels sick and she doesn't want to get fired at. But are you kidding? You created this. This is what you wanted. Obviously, she is busting for the loo, which we know is code for I'm going back to the Gold Coast. And when she finds out that Juliet is gone, she also demands to have an Uber booked for her. Take my mic off. I've got to get out of here. If she's gone, I'm gone. Then she goes on, and I really don't understand this part, so maybe you can clear it up for me. She goes on about how the focus is never on her and Scott, but it's about everyone else. But then she just leaves her TV husband behind without telling him where she's going. Oh, so now you care about Scott? Oh, what a partner. G-banger, always out for number one and always will be. Joel returns to the couch, I assume to hold up stay. Just bring his drums to the apartment, his drums and his 2 dildos, and let him have a little free holiday, Channel 9. He tells everyone that she's gone, and the experts give him a huge pump up, and we wish him all the best for his future drumming. Scott then goes to look for his veneer twin and gets told...
She's gone.
No, she's not.
Okay, so he seems a little bit upset by it, and he wants to take off and go to her, but why would you even want to speak to her? She couldn't even give you the time of day to say, hey, heads up, I'm leaving if you want to come. You know what I mean? And with another Uber ordered, we are done with the 5th commit me. 5th? I'm pretty sure it's the 5th. Did I say 5th? Hey, if you and I have gone all the way, I want you to put receipts in the comments below. Show me your receipts. Well, it's the least you could do. You've shown me a star this season, so. Also, let me know what other shows or maybe some internet drama that you're obsessed with so I can give myself a palate cleanser to this nightmare of a season.